Part 3, Functions and Linear Graphs. You will find this on page 136 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 9 textbook, Y equals mx+c to success. Functions and linear graphs. Functions. A function relates an input to an output. It is like a machine that has an input and an output. It performs one or more operations on the inputs, for example, the value it takes in to produce outputs, for example, the result. The operation performed on the input is known as the rule of the function. Let's look at an example. Let's look at the equation of the function y equals 2x plus 1. Let's look at ordered pairs x, y that satisfy the equation. When x is 1, that's the input, I substitute 1 into the equation and my output will be 3. When x is 2, I substitute 2 in the place of x and my output will be 5. And if x is 2.5, I do exactly the same, substitute it into my equation and my output will be 6. And if it's 3.2, I substitute it and my output will be 7.4. And you can go on doing that. There are far too many solutions to y equals 2x plus 1 for us to list them all. However, a line graph can be drawn to show the function. A line consists of an infinite number of x, y coordinate points. Each is a solution. Let's look at an example. On a sheet of graph paper, using a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on both axes, draw the graph of the function y equals 2x plus 1 for the values of x from negative 2 to 2. Okay, so first we are going to construct a table of values of x and y, ordered pairs, x, y, that satisfy the equation. We only need 2 ordered pairs to obtain the graph of a linear function, but a third ordered pair help you to check for mistakes in the graph. Okay, so there's the value of x. It's from negative 2 to 2, so negative 2, take the in-between value 0 and take the end value 2. Then substitute it in the place of x there. So 2 times negative 2 will be negative 4 plus 1, and that will give me an answer of negative 3. If I substitute 0, that will become 0 plus 1, so my answer will be 1. And if I substitute 2, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, and my answer will be 5. Okay, let's move up, And now, we're just going to plot that coordinate points. So basically, this one is going to be negative 2 and negative 3. This one is going to be 0 and 1. And this one is going to be 2 and 5. Okay, so if we plot it, let's do the first one. It's negative 2, do you see? As well as negative 3. So make your small cross there. The next one, let's just move this apart. So move this. Okay. So the next one, it will be 0 and 1. So there I plot it. And the next one will be 2 and 5. And I plot it there. And then draw a straight line through that 3 points. Use a ruler because it's a straight line. Okay. The point 1p lies on the graph in the first example. Find the value of p. Okay. So it's 1. Go to the line, draw a straight line, a vertical line. If it cuts the straight line, then go to my y-axis and my value of y will be 3. So what if the value of y, let's just go back, if the value of y will be 3, therefore the value of p is equal to 3. Okay, I want you to stop. I want you to do try now for number 1, A and B. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, let's just get a grid. Going to do it on a grid. can take another grid. Okay. So on a sheet of graph, we're using a scale of 1, represent one unit on both axes. Draw the graph of the function for the values from -1 to 3. Okay, so if I'm going to use that, let's just get a table. I'm just going to use a straight line. Okay, so if I use, this is my x, let's just get my pen correct. So this will be, let's just undo that. This will be my x value, this is my y value. They say from -1. So you can go 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to substitute my y values to find that. And if I substitute, I'm just going to use my equation. What is my equation? It's y equals 2x minus 1. So if I say 2 times -1, it's -2. Okay, so I'm just going to do the first one. Substitute -1. And if I do that, I will get an answer of -2, -1, which will give me -3. So I just substitute -3. If I substitute 0, I do exactly the same. I rewrite the equation, and now I just put 0. And that will give me -1. And if I put 1, so it's 2, 1, minus 1. So it's 2 minus 1, and the answer will be 1. And if it's 2, so it's 4 minus 1, and that will be 3. And if it's 3, 2 times 3 is 6 minus 1, and that will be 5. Okay. Now, if I draw my graph, so basically I'm just going to use my axes. Let's see, the highest one is just 3, and the highest one is -3. So I think it will fit if I do it like this. Okay, let's just see. Okay, so let's just number. So this is 0, 0. This is -1, -2. I can see it's only going to -1. So it's 1, 2, 3. And this is my x-axis. And this is my y-axis. And again, 1, 2, 3. It seems it's going to go a little bit higher. So let's just, this is going to be 4. And it's going to go up to 5 there. Okay, and this is okay, there will be -1, -2, and -3. And then this is my x-axis. Okay, and then if I plot the values, let's do the first one, -1. This is -1 and -3. So there, I'm going to plot it. And then it's 0 and -1, plotting it there. And then it's 1 and 1, plotting it there. And then it's 2 and 3, plotting it. And then it's 3 and 5, plotting it. And then I just take a ruler and I put it on that values. I just move the ruler that it's going through all. And then I can just write down my equation, and that will be y equals 2x minus 1. And that's my solution. Okay, so the point Q, 5. But be careful. 5 is the y value. So you will go to your y-axis at 5. Okay, let me just show you here. So go there at 5. And then go to, as soon as it cuts the line, the straight line, go to your x-axis, vertical, and what will be your value? 3. So if I must just write down the solution of number B, I'm going to say find the value of Q. So the value of Q is equal to 3. Because my coordinate, this coordinate, will be far. No, let's just rewrite it. This coordinate will be 3, the x, and the y will be 5. And that's why the value of Q will be equal to 3. And this is how I draw a straight line, and number B, how I use a straight line.